Okay, so part 3. This is Blue Note Tone Poet, their first box set, 6 LP from Ornette Coleman called Round Trip. Beautiful box done in their fantastic artwork. So I thought this with Round Trip and everything, I thought the 6 boxes, 6 LP box set was all live albums, as there's live albums in there, but no, not to be. So that's fine, that's cool. Don't care if they're live or studio. Blue Note did say this was going to be a limited edition, which always makes it a wee bit more exciting to buy, you know, if you get a copy. The value, what it's going to go up and whatever, but try to find numbers and whatever. There's no number on the box, and it turns out it's not a limited edition. It's only limited in the fact that they may never get round to pressing more copies, which I think is highly unlikely. They may do years down the line. It's not easy to press a box set. So the whole thing is fantastic quality. Ornette Coleman, yeah, free jazz. Not for everyone. I'm still getting into his studio albums on Atlantic, which they're good. Yeah, so compilation. It's all produced by Joe Harley, who oversees all this, and they're just absolute fantastic quality. So you got a lovely booklet with it. There's a master tapes. And Ornette Coleman recorded 3 LPs for Blue Note in 1966. That's his son there, 10-year-old, that we'll get round to. And 3 albums were done in 68. And these were done over a two and a half year period. So a nice booklet, tells you the history of Ornette and the band. So without further ado, we'll show the 6 albums. So this is the first album, the Ornette Coleman Trio at the Garden Circle, the Golden Circle, Stockholm Volume 1. Again, lovely laminated cover. It's not a gatefold. We've got 6 tracks on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 8 tracks. Yeah, some 180 grams. Mastered by Kevin Gray, Coherent. It's actually a lovely album, you know. There's only 3 free jazz. There's only 3 musicians on it, and it's quite easy to follow. So it's not too noisy. I mean, some free jazz can be a bit, and Ornette Coleman can be later on, but this is quite a nice album. So the Ornette Coleman Trio at the Golden Circle in Stockholm. Volume 1. Now this is Volume 2. And it's exactly the same bump on the back, same cover on the front, just a different colour on the lettering there. I said 6, there was 4 tracks on Volume 1 and 4 tracks on Volume 2. Why they never done it as a double album, I don't know. Maybe that was too much to give people a double album of Ornette Coleman at once, so they've done it in 2, but why did they keep the same? I mean, here's a cover. Why was this not the cover of the Volume 2, just to make it slightly different? But you know, all in one cover and the same bump on the back, it would have ideal double album, you know, and probably would have been cheaper. But anyway, it is what it is. They're just recreating what was done in '66. So Ornette Coleman on alto sax, violin and trumpet. So he'd just taken up, he wasn't a violinist or a trumpet player, and he'd been experimenting with them. I guess that's what Captain Beefheart done a bit with instruments and whatever. He just picked up anything and started playing it, and it was maybe listening to Ornette Coleman. So the other two chaps are David Izinzon on bass and Charlie Muffet on drums. Yeah, they're two good albums. Say not a gatefold, but hey ho, lovely quality. The sound is absolutely fantastic on them. So he does a tour 1966 of Europe, comes back and makes a studio album for Blue Note. Obviously they were recorded in Sweden, so this was recorded back at Rudy Van Gelder's studio. Now the artwork is done by Ornette Coleman himself, great artist. And this is called the Empty Foxhole, and it is on a gatefold with all the pictures. And that's his 10-year-old son playing drums here. We have Charlie Hayden on bass, fantastic bass player. That's pictures of his son. His son's drumming, I've been hearing no too great things about this album, but his son's drumming is actually pretty good. And especially for a 10-year-old. So 6 tracks. Again, just a 3-piece. You can hear everything going on. Nice bass on it. And his son, I was expecting the worst, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Great recording by Rudy Van Gelder. The sound is fantastic. A couple of, I like poems there, a couple of the songs he's done in there. So Ornette Coleman, great artist, artiste and musician, and not a bad album. So then we've gone to '68, and here we have really only 5 Ornette Coleman albums in this box, because this is a Jackie McLean LP. New and Old Gospel, and that's 2 pictures of Jackie McLean there. Jackie McLean in red writing, but we have Ornette Coleman, Lamont Johnson, Scott Holt and Billy Higgins on drums. So I mean, it's Jackie McLean's band. It's not Ornette Coleman's band. There we have there though, and it's getting a full page to Ornette Coleman. So side 1 is all written by Jackie McLean, Lifeline it's called, and it's done in 4 sections. 2 tracks on the side 2, and they are led by Ornette Coleman. And Ornette Coleman's doing his trumpet playing there. So this for me is a better album. I'm more familiar with Jackie McLean. This is a better album in the set, and it'll probably be my go-to album on it, although in a box set I like to go through all the albums, give them equal play. So that's album 4 from '68. Album 5, we have Ornette Coleman, New York Is Now, and the band on this is Dewey Redman on sax, and we'll have Jimmy Garrison on bass and Elvin Jones on drums, they two being John Coltrane's rhythm section. There we have them there. Nice gatefold. Yeah, Dewey Redman tenor sax, and we have Ornette Coleman doing alto sax and his violin again. So this out the box set, these are the harder ones, because you've got another saxophone in there, adding a bit racket to it. So anyway, Ornette Coleman, New York is now. Lovely presented. And the last album, and this was recorded same band 9 days after as Love Call. And then you've got the band there. That album's just finished, a bit of Ornette in the background. Yeah, lovely, lovely package. Really well done. Really enjoying it. Although I've only played it once, I think, but it's a fantastic package. Glad I got it. 4 tracks on this. I will say that the last 2 albums there were recorded at was it A&M Studios? Can't remember where it's. So they weren't done at Rudy Van Gelder's. He must have had enough of them when he done Foxhole and went, nah, these guys aren't coming back to my studio. So for some reason, the last 2 albums were done at A&M Studios. Fair enough. But anyway, that's the box set. Catches around by VC.